Has working free overtime on weekends become normalized? I started a new engineering job not too long ago, and I heard some of the guys there talking about coming in on Saturdays. I got chatting about this awesome overtime yet, to which they respond no, we're salary so we don't get paid. Upon asking why they are coming in, then they say it's really busy and we need to get work out the door. As far as I'm concerned, unless you are paying me, I'm not going to be there. The company has used up all the time you've paid me for this week, and you won't have any more until next week. Not to mention the value I put in free time and spending time with loved ones. This is the first time I've come across this and I find it utterly baffling. Edit. I should clarify that I'm not being asked to work free OT. It's just some of the production managers coming in on their weekends for unpaid OT. Whether they've done this by their own choice or been asked to, I don't know. Either way, I value my weekends too much to do that myself. I've been self-employed since I left school. I've never understood this work ethic and I never will. Is it a case of it's busy at the moment so they're doing that, knowing it'll go quiet in a couple of months and they'll be able to leave at lunchtime on Friday and rock back up at lunchtime on Monday? Those sorts of people are on another planet. Funny thing is, no matter how much you try to explain they're being stupid, they never change their ways. Normally the people that work crazy hours extra are those that hate their spouses and don't like being home. Fuck that. Until they fail, they won't change how they run projects. Let them fail. This is covering up the fact the company has not got the required amount of employees for the job. If they ask, then politely request overtime payment, as the company is obviously saving much more on hiring extra manpower. Also, if it is an ongoing arrangement, then ask for an adjustment to your work contract to cover overtime payments and requisite rates of overtime for weekend and bank holidays. I often log on a Monday morning and see that certain people were sending out mails over the weekend. I sometimes will log on to work on something, but that's normally something I want to mess around with and build that falls outside of my normal job. I only do that with stuff that I find interesting and when I'm not doing anything else though. Fuck going in and actually working at the weekend without pay though. I get paid enough that I'm expected to work flexibly, i.e. weekends and evenings if necessary. In my sector, law, that's fairly common. I try to keep an internal balance sheet and take more time off and finish earlier when it's less busy. I work in advertising. That's the norm. If you're working full time, you're expected to get the work done for no extra pay, which happens a lot in that industry. If you're freelance, you're damn sure to be charging 1.5/2x at the weekend. Where I work, some people occasionally pop in for a couple of hours on a Saturday because they know by doing that it's going to make the next week much easier. They can get a few things done with no distractions, catch up on a few bits. LOL no, it's either 1.5 or 2x for Sundays or it's not happening. I know someone who works in IT, is salaried and frequently works OT on the weekends, sometimes 12 hours a day. I don't understand why, but he's fairly new to the business and has some big projects that need finishing. I guess context matters. Get ready for the "you aren't fitting in with company culture" speech from your manager soon. Never work on weekends, especially as I wouldn't be paid. Anyway, too busy spending my weekend studying, so there'd be no time for work anyway. I come in once and you don't pay me, I don't come in again. I spent 20 years being a company man and it gets you nothing, so I don't do it anymore. We have flexi time at my work, which is a godsend. If I chose to work say 4 hours at the weekend, I can claim that back, add it to my flexi balance and use it towards days off, early finishes, late starts, etc. Not at all, but I do think there's more of a trend developing with home working. People log on at all hours. So when I come to log on Monday morning, I've already got shitloads to do that wasn't there Friday night. You can only do what you can do in a day, but that doesn't mean it's not stressful seeing it there. Around here, salaried people doing overtime is quite common, but they get time in lieu, so every 12 hours of overtime they work rewards them another holiday day. If they got rid of that policy, there would be zero overtime, trust me. I think it's a culture thing, varies from workplace to workplace. A lot of younger workers don't know their rights and so just go with the flow. Getting paid comes first, career comes second. I think it completely depends on what people want out of their jobs. If the job is just a paycheck, then don't do unpaid work. But if you're keen for promotion and climbing the ladder, then it might be unavoidable.